How do you stop striving and start resting in the midst of heartbreaking trials that many times we find ourselves feeling overwhelmed by, and frankly find ourselves striving to deal with the many perplexities and problems in life? And maybe you found yourself not knowing even where to begin, where to start, entangled in the messes of life. Feelings of hopelessness can cause us to be tempted to do one of two things: to either give up, kind of throw in the towel, or to try harder, kind of redoubling our efforts, which doesn't make any sense because everything we've tried hasn't worked anyway. So as you can see, either of these responses can lead to a greater sense of the sensibility of loss and hopelessness, and even cause us to despair. The psalmist declared long ago the only true remedy when he said, "Be still and know that I am God." To be still could be translated cease striving, or let go and rest, or relax. You say, well, that's easier said than done, as we tend to do everything that we can to fix the problems that we face. You see, it's our performance mindset that actually hinders us from being still and ultimately hearing God. If we are to walk by faith through the difficulty at hand, then we must cease striving and let go of trying to fix the problem and begin to focus on Christ and what we see Him doing at that moment in our lives, which requires being still. When you found yourself at wit's end, it's then that you can hear the Lord's voice say, "Be still, cease striving, and know that I am God." You can't fix it, and you need to stop trying to fix it. You're not God, I am, God says, and you should stop acting as if you are and begin acknowledging me as your life and be still in my presence. You might have prayed, talked. You might have tried to make things work only to have failed time and again, experiencing the grief of doing so. What was the result of your sincere best efforts? Nothing had worked. The situation hadn't changed. The incredible pain hadn't gone away. God says, now it's time to listen to me. I'm not simply your problem solver. I want you to experience my life. Yes, a meaningful relationship with me in the midst of your problems. Imagine that. Instead of being problem-focused, being still and knowing God in an intimate personal relationship, that, my friends, is the Christ life, what it means to truly be a Christian. Often the hardest thing for us to do is to hush our mouths and quit trying. Doing nothing isn't nothing when choosing to be still to participate with God relationally. God is never passive, and neither are we when we make the choice to be still and know God. The choice is clear: to be rather than to do.